And it is time again for the fantastic, what are we doing here? Asset coding, that's right. We're coding an asset for the Unity engine, and this is what we got. We have a little bit of a script here going. We want an infinite open world. Hold on, the game tells us. Hold on. And we're just derping around here trying to get something going. Now, if we walk around with this character, you see that the world is moving. Yeah. But we got to be very mindful that we're not on the border of the different tiles. And that's when everything goes to crap. So what we try to do is get maybe here a destination tile going, and then we check for the destination tile. And this is all not working proper. So that is what we're going to fix today. What we can do for now is... yeah, this is crazy. We're giving it a destination tile here. What we can do is just undo everything we did here. Let's undo everything we did off stream, and instead maybe, oh, this is actually good here on awake, but then we have the traverse tile. That's fine. Good. This is alright, actually. Oh, we still have a traverse tile here. Alright, then it is not alright. Good. Yeah, infinity should not be called. Yeah, that's all right. And then we're gonna go to over here, get rid of the destination tile as well. We're just gonna undo everything we did off stream. That was just for testing purposes. If we can, well, it was a stupid workaround attempt, to be honest. But let's not. Good, so we're creating a tile and map is done. No. And then we create all is alright. But infinity is the problem. Good, what are we giving the new coordinates? I don't know, did we fix it? No idea. Bum. So this should not, yeah. That's alright. Good, this is an awake function. Good, because it needs to grab this. We're entering a collider here very early. Infinity coordinates from position vector up, just for testing. Yeah. Oh dear. Good. Let's see if we have the old... alright. So this is how we ended last time. But we did add something in off stream that is actually working. Surprise! So we got here a tile size of 3, for example, for the default tile. And then we're gonna have a very big dungeon. And then we can move around like so, but as you can see, the player is jumping around. So what we want to do is give the player, the user, the option to have his player character jump around, but not like that. Not this janky stuff. So let's take that out which will break the infinity script. So the infinity script will run. The map is done. Map is done, not true. Infinity only runs when the map is done. If map is done, we go, and otherwise we just return here. Good. So just that we don't try the infinity when we know it's not working during smooth movement. Now we have smooth movement here with a player character, and we can even jump. Boom, pressing the space bar. You even have double jump and triple jump and quadruple jump. So the longer we press, as you can see, the character is bending their knees. And the longer they bend their knees, the higher they jump. For example, we bend the knees very long. And like in most arcade platformers, we can switch direction in flight. That should not be right. But this is just a test character for fun. Good, I'm just... Can't stop playing this game that is not a game. It's like the Glitch Man, right? Murder Hobo Sim. More than any game. And yet we keep playing this all the time. Yeah, this is fantastic fun. But yeah, let's solve the actual problem, because that's also fun. It's more of a satisfying type of fun. Let's have a sip of liquid. I wish I had something with taste. But water is good, right? And it's nice and cool. Anyways, how do we fix this now? Thinking about several workarounds. So what we don't want is the thing to fire more than once when we're in the... I think we actually did have the solution already. I'm not going to put in the offline workaround again, because it's just annoying. There's got to be an easier way. But we did have the solution. What we do have to do is implement the teleport functionality first. Good. Where's my infinity script? Here. Player coming in, player coming in. What is this? Yeah. We need this all. Oof. This is a bit rough. Now, you might say, wow, this code is dry. What a noob. Right? I mean, I've seen drier code. There are people who... where the top doesn't look like this. They only have a bunch of variables here. And this is terrible. But... here we got 4 times the same, practically the same function, depending on what side we're coming in. But the thing is, we have different signage, and I don't want to optimize in parentheses. I don't want to optimize the code more, because then it becomes completely unreadable. And I'd rather have these four code blocks, and the repetition of the exclusion here. Because we're just going to come to... This is more like a switch statement. And I like to do just if instead of switch. Because this fires once every blue moon. The readability here is king. And you optimize the code, but you don't optimize performance. So all you do is make it completely unreadable. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave this as is. And what was the thing? Oh yeah, map is done. If the map is not done, we return. So if we created all tiles, then the map should be done here. And this should have been a triple exclusion, so we see that that needs to be... There is work to be done. Anyways, good. We have the old condition restored. And we can move the dungeon here, and we can move within our restraints. But of course, when we switch a tile, boop, then we prevent the colliders from overlapping. I could, as a workaround, we could have the player character collider be disabled when the dungeon moves, and every time we exit a tile collider, we could restore the capsule collider. That would be a workaround. That means the script will not fire the infinity function or method. Infinity method will not process. But then we need the teleport. Is this an elegant workaround or not? Because the player character collider is important for many things. If we do this now, then the designer who is going to download the script for their game is going to run into troubles later on. Good question. It does seem to be reasonable though. What if we add in a collider that is for that? No, because that would then need a layer. I don't think it can even be on a layer. The whole thing could be on a layer here, the object, but not the collider. If we add in more colliders, it's just going to be more colliders that collide. Collision. I think today we're just going to put in the teleporter script, and the workaround is going to have to wait for another time, which is a bit sad, because I do want to run around and teleport. Because when the character moves to the left and is then on the border of two tiles, and you can see the tiles here, is on the border of the two tiles, and then goes backwards. If we have the workaround, and we need a workaround, then that means that this complete column already went over there. And if he then moves to the right, then the script does not know which is the border column, because the host tile is no longer the center tile. The host tile being where the character is coming from. So instead, we need to know which is the host tile independent from character movement? Good question. I wish there wasn't this noise pollution in the background. You guys hopefully cannot hear, but it's really killing my train of thought. Alright, we go over there. Workaround is in effect. Hostile is there. We go over there. Hostile is still there. So we don't have to change anything from the script. Huh. We just have to know how much the dungeon moved so that we can iterate through several rows. Oh man, oh man. That sounds complicated. But that would be the solution. And that is the teleport solution anyways. So if we teleport over here, we have a mouse here. So we could click on a tile for teleport. Love to play a sound effect or something. And then teleport over. So if we click here, also I would love to dip around with default tiles as well. Scene scripts. Let's create a folder prefabs, because we need that anyhow. And then we create a cube. And this would be the default tile. Why is it not in the center created? We do not know. So what if the epsilon scale was like that? As a default tile. And then we add in another cube. And that cube is very thin. Good. We just derp around here. This is good enough. Can we get it? Can we get it proper? Just this is just for fun here. Just for funsies. So the X is like this. Can we make it reasonable? We could put it on the corner there. Sure. Why not? Step around a little bit. Ba, 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 ba. This is just a little bit of funsies design work, since we're having a real mathematical problem on our hands very soon. Good. This one is then here, and the rotation is not like that. What are we doing? 90 degrees. And then we move it 0.5. No? Huh? 0.5? No? Huh? And the airplane is coming in. Here, 0.5. Good, this is just a little bit here. To make something that looks different. Good, and we could call these cubes something other. boom, 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 boom. Anything else for the prefab cube? So we're gonna call it dev tile. Good. Now the dev tile needs a script. Let's create a C# script. C# mono behavior, and we're gonna call it dev tile. Good. Now we're going to give this a different color. Maybe gray. Oh, and the size must be different. And this is now a little bit of an issue. Let's move these guys out for just a second, because I want to reduce the size of this. Why is the epsilon not 0? Oh, because we want it to be a little bit fat, but not too much. This is good enough. Remember, in the Unity engine, if you have a character walking on something, it's a good idea to have it thick. Otherwise they might fall through the floor. Nobody likes that. So this could be 0.95. And that could be 0.95. Good. Question is, if we have the size, also that's not good enough. 8 is better. I just want a small gap. And I wonder if this will even work in terms of scripting a dynamic dungeon size. Dynamic default tile size. If we give it a size 3, or even if the size is 1, so if it's going to change the size, it's going to change the size, isn't it? It's probably going to change it. Let's see if it's going to change it or not. Tile features, dev tile. Here we have the dev tile. Let's put it in. Good. And then we can go to the prefabs and move it in. And then we can delete this. And then we can work on the script. We're going to say same as player character. Give it a material so it has a color. Where's the player character? Create test player. Good. Material, new material. Good. We're going to give it, though, the gray color. Is Unity UK or is Unity American? Well, it's going to throw an error. And then we're going to know. Host player, machinery, material, get component. We're going to give it one. Does this have a rigid body? Just curious over here. Oh, it doesn't throw an error. Mesh renderer does not have a rigid body. It doesn't need a rigid body. Otherwise it would fall down using the physics. Good. So we're gonna get its component. transform get component works just as well as transform game object get component. Good. And then if we were to have this be our default tile, see how that looks? It looks almost good. Yep, it changed the size. It should multiply its size. Should it? Don't know. No clue. I want a gap there, so it looks more pretty. Also, what does this mean for people using their own tiles? Maybe nothing? Have we put in the code yet that uses the... No, this is it. There's a default how we instantiate it, and then we mess with its size, unfortunately. We should not, because the default tile should not be messed with. Yep, this is all wrong. Tile is we create a primitive if the default tile prefab is null. And then we go. Otherwise, so this all needs to go in here. Surely we're adding something in that needs to be in there, no? Well, let's pretend we know what we're doing here. Also, needs to the roof needs to fit smugly. We're too lazy to do this. That's a bit of a problem. And another noise pollution is hindering us from thinking. The other day I tried headphones, but it still is brutal. Alright, search color size. Search color size. Tile instantiator. What are we gonna do with this tile then? World grid. This is what we're gonna do with any tile. Good, so advise is not here. And then, what else are we going to do with any tile? Trigger box size. Stretch size. Trigger box is trigger, the box collider is trigger. Are we going to give it another collider? It should come with a collider. And that should have the tile features. And we could stretch the collider. What if it doesn't come with a collider? Well, we could give it a collider and then default And then it has 2 if it has another one, which is not the worst. Definitely gonna add the tile features in. Yeah, so this is for everybody. This is for everybody. Transforming the position is important. This is the most important thing. So yeah, that goes here. To instantiate. Are we gonna end up with the same code we had before? We're gonna end up with the same code we had before. This is all needed, isn't it? Except for the local scale. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, local scale. We do this only. Only if we don't have default tile. Otherwise, yes, we do it. Oh, new style here. I like it. And don't do this when you code. Switch up your indentation and brackets placing style. That's you're probably gonna work in an environment where you're gonna get paid. Sorry to hear, by the way. And then your boss will say, "Oh, I cannot read your code. Can you do the same thing everybody else does?" And then you can say, "Oh, yeah." Good. Transform local scale only for the lonely. Tire transform parent and that. I cannot work like this, man. There is noise pollution if you're wondering what is going on. We have to wait every time. And it's rough because the music is playing and the noise pollution is wrecking the music. I hate this life. I really do. Good. What else are we gonna do here? So if only the size goes for that, and this is correct, then we should be done. We're adding the collider. That means the prefab does not need a collider. Let's look into the prefab. And why would it? It has its own colliders to whatever is in there. This is just... yeah. And it has a dev tile script we haven't touched yet, because that's fun. We leave this for a little bit later, but otherwise here... seems reasonable. Let's see what happens. Good. Aha. We did not add in a collider. Because we need to definitely add in a collider. Because we don't know if the default one has a collider or not. Good. And another airplane is coming. This is the perfect moment for killing oneself. This is extremely painful. Psychological pain. Which is real. Sorry to burst your bubble. Most people think that's not real. How about we add in the collider component now? Good. Don't we have here something? Rigid body. Box collider. Add a box collider. Huh, that's weird. But we're doing it. Are we doing it too late? Oh, that could be. Let's jump around a little bit. Why do you not have... You have a box collider, but it's just a trigger. Ah, it's an additional collider. Alright. So we're going to add another one. Good, that is just for bouncing. Alright. Good. Just for bouncing. And the default tile size is that. So what if, hey, our default tile is only, our tiles are only one tile wide and one tile deep. Or z-axis. Aha. Is there a gap now? There's a gap. Beautiful. So that works nicely. Wonderful. Da -da 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 -da. So what we could do is call this def tile size 1. Or we could call it def tile size 1 times 1. And then we could have another one that is 3 times 3. We put it in there. We take the cubes out. Oops. Cancel. Yes, we don't need this. Oh, we're so red now. We put them out here for a sec. Dude. Doesn't want to do it? Then unhinge it. Prefab. Unpack completely. Good, thank you. Da-da-da. And then we have here a 2.7 maybe. 2.97 again. Good. And then we put the cubes back in. And then we have a new default tile. And then when we say this is our default tile, but now our dungeon size is 3. Then we get something like that. Beautiful. Except what happened to the what happened to the borders there? Boing, boing. Whee! Boing. It is nice, but it's not nice enough. Let's switch it up. Delete this. Bring this here. Unhinge it. And we're gonna say the size is actually 2.7. Come on, give it to me. 2.97, this is better. Yeah, they need to stay in. And then, we're gonna of course rename it. 3 times 3. We have another prefab. Good. And then we're gonna say missing no. And then we're gonna say play. And then we have a nice little gap here in between as well. Good. That is better. Good. And then we're gonna do some fancy funsies here in the tile features, in the def tile feature. Good. We're giving it a gray color, which is nice, isn't it? Dum bum 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 beep bum bum. And what else are we gonna do? For each child, trans. For each child trans, this is code for Elon. We're going to, also this is not how for each loop works. Let's look it up. Unity for each with an array of game objects. Actually, there is a better example here in the interwebs. For each child. Unity for each child. What's the best way to iterate over children? Bum, bum, bum. For each transform child in game object. Yeah. It's an ugly way? No, it's a good way. This is perfect. I don't know what's wrong with this one. For each transform child in trans. Good. Let's rip on this standard code and make it our own. Good. For each child trans is going to look like this. Oh dear. For each transform in, what is this? What is this weird code here? For each transform child in transform. Could we not take the game objects? Probably not. This is a transform shenanigans. Good. So what we're going to do here for each child in the transform, for each trans, we're going to randomly destroy it. How about that? This is really code for Elon. Is this a math? What do we have to implement? Unity random code. Random range. Is a float? It just needs the engine. That's great. If first of all, there is an integer. Integer, sorry, not an integer. There's an integer. Right. And I'm sure this works for integers as well, not just for floats. Random range. Returns a random float. Really? Why? Random range code. I want the API. Do we have to use a float here? There it says int. Int range, int. Turns a random int. You can overload this. You can give it an int. Give it a float. Maybe you can give it even a byte. Who knows? Probably not. Int rr equals 0. Right? Because we're going to have a lot of if statements here. Maybe, maybe not. And then we're gonna return something with him. Are we really? Maybe. Good. So what we're gonna do with this? RR. Or should we do this immediately? How about doing this immediately, saving ourselves some stuff? R equal random range. Is that how it works? No, I don't know. A random range. Like, what die are we going to roll? A 6-sided die. That's boring. 10-sided die. Good. 8-sided die is the most exciting, in my opinion. Good. Random dot range. Give it that. Will it work? And how does that work? Returns a random integer with minimal inclusive, maximum exclusive. Oh, whoops. Is exclusive. I guess in order to roll a D8, you would have to do something like this, and it would return an index from 0 to 7. Good. Is this functional already? Or will it throw an error? Did not throw any error. Right, so we can continue on with our if statement. If. This is so brutal, you guys. It really hurts every 5 minutes. Interrupting my flow. I love it when people say, I'm used to the noise. These people are dead. They're brain dead. Horror. I feel so sad for them. I pity them. And they pity me. It's nice that people pity each other. Anyway, it would be better to find a solution actually to the problem. If RR bigger than 3, right? Destroy. How's this work? Destroy. Transform game object. I don't know if this will work. Oh no, we want the child destroyed. Range transform child game object. We don't want the thing to be actually destroyed. See how that goes. Ha! And we have a pattern. We do have a pattern. No, not much is getting destroyed. Should we destroy a little bit more? So that we have, in theory, fences that we have to jump. Sure. If we're above... I don't get why it doesn't destroy too much. I mean, everything is double. Alright, man. Can this stop? Can this stop? I need my headphones. It's a little bit better. It feels a little bit better. Even though then the talking is rough. But maybe we get used to that as opposed to the other thing. Also, there's something else we could do. Where is the dog? Where is the little doggy? There he is, looking stupid. This guy. Anyways, where were we? We increased the chance of destroying the borders. Destroy the borders. Good. Now it's hard to see what's happening here. But maybe this is a little bit visible now. So as you can maybe see, the dungeon is not moving for the player. If the player did not have any vision of what's going on at the border, at the edge of the map, then they would not notice the tiles are moving. And that's why this is an infinite open world. Good. I hope this clarifies things. But what we can do as well is default size is 3. Oh, this is working. Yeah. Yeah. Whoop. Whoop. Huh. Huh. Interesting, we can break it. If we jump over the colliders, because the collider size is off. Let's see what the collider size is actually. Yeah, it's very low. It's very low key. What's the collider size here? Map height 10. So if we were to click on this, then the box collider with the trigger is size 10 plus something. What was this? Interesting. Feels we should be way up higher here. Maybe that's why we gave it such a big margin here. Something like this. And then we have a huge... It's too big. 250 something. We're stalling now. Again, with Joseph Stalin. Because the thing we have to add in is just so hard to add in. But we will do it. For now, the map height will be 500 max. So that we have an easier time here with this slider. And the dog moved. Good. Let's play. Yeah, that's a bit better. And now if we run about and jump, we will have a hard time jumping over the collider. I mean, it's possible because we have multi-jump enabled. If we spam the base bar, if we spam the space bar, then we can jump. We can fly practically. And we can fly everywhere without touching the collider. This is the game. Don't break the dungeon. Already made a game. If we now go into a tile that is too far away from the host tile, we will break the dungeon. Let's break the dungeon. Oh, or die. We lost a life. Must add in a life counter. No, let's not make a stupid garbage game like everybody else does. Instead, we're gonna keep going with our infinite open world asset for people to download. Also, why is this so loud? Good. So we did this now. We can also increase the dungeon size, actually. Let's give it something huge, 15 times 15. See how that goes. And the dungeon is in. And as you can see now, dungeon does not change for the player. This is way more visible. Good, we can't go anywhere unless we jump over. Good. Whee! In theory, we don't have it smooth yet. But yeah, this is very visible now, what is happening. And that is the infinite world. Oh, something broke. Because we jumped? Wait. Is this broken? Or did we jump over something? Damn it. Oh, we moved out before the dungeon was done being created. That's why it broke. Good. Yeah. So we have to do the teleport script now before we do the workaround script. But it's just so much fun running here in our dungeon. Right? It's a little bit like a NetHack. Very, very reminiscent of NetHack. Gonna have some letters here fighting us. But anyway, let's stop procrastinating. But that is hard. Good. The teleport script. Where do we start? We can test it simply by jumping over let's have something reasonable here, 6 times 6, and have the collider be not that high. So we can simply jump over. Good, just preparing here. Good, so this is the dungeon. We can run around. And we can jump over colliders as well. Jump into colliders, which is fair. But if we jump over several, it's just like teleporting. Boof. Oh, we're not broken yet. That is interesting. That's good information. Now we're broken, of course. So these 3 must also go. Good. So that means here in the infinite world, a script, and in the infinite method, we have to add in another iteration. So the first coordinates are always correct. How do we get... Let's write the pseudocode first, like a proper coder. We're gonna pretend we're really good at coding. Something the professional coders do all the time. Don't get me wrong, there are good coders out there. Just very few and far in between. I'm not one of them. But this is going to be a great asset, because this is more design than just the skill of coding. First thing we want, add iteration. Good. Where's the dog running off to? This guy. Dun, 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 dun. And then after we add it in the iteration, actually we have to find out. Probably before that. find out how many iterations and what I value each. And that could be easy because if we're coming in from the this again. So this all must go into each of these 4, which will be the same code every time with a little bit of signage difference. So again, it's going to be dry code. We're going to repeat ourselves, but only 4 times. And again, this is fine. Hold on, I have to put my headphones on. Oh man. Again, this is just fine. That we're repeating ourselves. Good, find out how many iterations what I value each. Also, we just found out that needs to go here. We do this. And then we do it again and again and again. So this is correct here. Huh. The funky thing is, what if we teleport to the left and down? Well, the way we set it up, everything here can fire. So this one will fire and the other one will fire as well. Well, top and bottom will not fire, but top and right might both fire many times. Good. So we're moving those. This is all of them, for sure. No problem. But which one? Ah, top row Z, good. Top row Z is going to change. Top row Z equals 0, so this one goes up here. I hope it can read from here to there. Surely it can. This goes up here. The pseudocode. Iterate through every row / column beyond the top / bot / right / left. This is clear now what we're doing. And where's the dog? Did he move over there? Or can I just not see? No, this guy's hiding. He was hiding behind the clothes. Alright. Good. Oof, this is rough. Well, let's start by putting this loop. Oops. Putting this loop into another loop for so that would work. Top row Z equals 0. If. Alright. This will move. Top row Z equals 0. So you use it to pop equals. That is an issue, because this is going to run, and then it needs to run in the direction. Again, that means we need a modifier here again. This is all just addition. So we're gonna be fine if we add in a plus and a variable. Plus TP, toilet paper. Plus airplane. Plus what? Change. Let's just say plus next. Good. And remember, we have to do this 4 times, not just once. And the next has to change depending on where we're coming from. So in theory there's only one line here, and we don't need all the shenanigans. But alright. For now we're gonna have to declare the variable. And I have to declare the variable. For int n equal 0, as long as, oh no, this again. Oof. As long as n, how many times? Would it not be easier just to take the numbers that they are? Possibly not. We have to find out how many tiles the coordinates are away from the. Well, let's write it down. Find out how many tiles the new chords are from the host tile. And then we're gonna do this. This is brutal. Player coming in from top. So it is already clear that the player is coming in from top. So that's good. That means here, to every row going to be on the top. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're going to be on the. Good. How are we gonna find this out, though? Well, math again. Man, I wish I was a mathematician. Let's do some more Joseph Stalin. Find out how many times the new coordinates are from the host tile. That should not be too hard. And then the direction, how? That's not hard, right? We could already declare the variable, actually. This is we could find it out here, but just realizing we don't need these parentheses here. Good. Bam. We could find it out anew. No, we cannot find it out because we want to iterate here many times. We could still do it. We could say if there is another tile. That would be a while. That would be a while. Condition while. Oh man, another airplane. While. And then give it a... It's too complicated. I think we're gonna try and make it as easy as possible. To write it down. We can optimize later on. Because it's just a question, should we? Good, but finding out how many tiles is not that hard. And we could have started 10 minutes ago, instead of contemplating about optimizing. What a waste of time. Find out how many tiles the new coordinates are from the host tile. Good, we're coming in from the top. That means we're looking at the y coordinates. They can be all kinds of... Oh dear. If the host tile is... Yeah, that's alright. Not equal to that. If the y is bigger, then we can just... Oh, do we have to do this again? Apparently. So what you do is many of these and then... Oh dear. So if we're bigger... Well, let's write it down, optimize later. If we can, because then it's in front of us. Equal to derp. Let's give ourselves an integer. Integer distance equal 1. The default for the moment. If it's bigger, distance equals host y copy minus new coordinates. Good. And let's see if that is correct. We're going to look at our chart. If we're bigger, let's say we're -1 and we're going to -2. -1 minus 2 equals 1. Really? I'm so bad at math. I'm going to have to whip out my calculator. -1. Did that work? -1 minus minus 2. No, 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 no. That's why we checked it, because we know that minus 1 minus 2 is not 1. That's a problem. What is 1 minus 0? What is 3 minus 2? Oh, that's terrible. We need new math. We have to talk to Terrence Howard, because we need new math here. Hold on. Where's the code? I'm missing my code here. Iterate. Here it is. If the hosts are bigger than 0. Right. Oh man, this is a lot of conditioning now to find out the... But we're gonna see how much conditioning is this really. Good, so we have this possibility that we're up in this range. Then we have the possibility that we're up in that range. And we have the possibility that we're minus 3 and plus 3. Oh, we have minus 3 and plus 2, for example. Oh, there is no way. I think it's easier to move the host tile every time and be recursive. And another airplane's coming. Where's my earphones? Headphones. Oh man. Good, distance equals 1. But how do we find out when we reach the center? Is there not something we can do here? We need all possibilities. Copy. These are also all possibilities, right? Go from plus 2 to minus 2. Will this be the same as here? Maybe. Can we have a double loop? No. If we teleport 3 down, then this must be... How can we get this? How can this become a 3 every time? If we move 3, we teleport from here to there, so we move the rows or columns 3 times. How can 3 and 0 be 3? And 2 and minus 1 be 3? We have an absolute. That's interesting. How can 1 and 1, 2, 3? How can 3? This is an absolute every time. Is it as easy as that? That would be amazing, honestly. It would save ourselves so much trouble. What about here? We go from here to there. This is 3 tiles. And a 4 and a 1 is absolutely 5. So that's not good. 1, 2, 3. Good. Hold on. Why do we have an absolute here? 3 to 3. What if we walk only 2 spaces? We also have an absolute. What if we teleport 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is an absolute. We move forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's also an absolute. So in theory we just need an absolute, but why is it not working here? We go from 3 spaces. Alright, but what if we go from 4? 3 spaces. It's teleporting. No. Because here we can teleport 5 spaces and it is still going to be an absolute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to iterate 5 times. What if you move from -2 to 0? 2. Move from -1 to 3? 1, 2, 3, 4? 4. What if you move from 4 to 0? 1, 2, 3, 4 works. What if you move from 3 to 0? 1, 2, 3 works. What if you move from 3? So this works. What was my miscalculation before? From 4 to -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This works. An absolute would work. So just by visualizing, we found the math. But let's not speak too soon. We're gonna find out if this is actually working or if it's a fluke. Good. We test by going from the top to the bottom. Coming in from top. Good. Find out about it. That is not necessary. We just need a math absolute. Distance equal math absolute. Math? Is it math F again? Or is it just math? It's just math. Apps, because we're using integers. Are we? Yeah, no, I don't care. Math absolute F then. And we need 2 things, and those are the 2 things. Good. Parameters. Variables. And then for n equal 0, as long as n is below the distance. distance assign. And then we n plus plus. And now we need to now we need to give it a direction. This is how many times you're gonna do it. But you're gonna grab the wrong thing then. Oh, we have next. We have next. So then we have to give it a direction. And that is gonna be more complicated than that. Because sometimes we're just above and -1 is good enough. Good. Next. Int next equals zero. And then when we're done iterating, we have to increase the next. Can I put it here? No. When we're done iterating, that means here. Next plus plus. It's a bit of a mess now. This code is completely unreadable, I'm just realizing. But it's extremely complicated code. Even if it was readable, you would be scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So we're gonna leave it as is. Because that's what you pay money for. When you download the asset. You don't have to read through it, it just works. Good. Next plus plus. This is horrible. But again, even if I were to write it down like you're supposed to in the business, right? Like if you're a professional, you set the braces and certain points, and you will not have if statements on top of each other like that. And you will have indentions that are different in indentions. I don't know, I can't think. But anyway, then we have a next one. So for the first one plus 0, that's fine. And then we go up. But that actually depends on what tile we're in. So that's a bit rough. Okay, let's visualize again. We teleport from 3 to -1. So 2 is getting done, and we're coming in from the top. From 3 to -1. Let's go here then. Going from 0 to -1. 3 is getting done. No problem. We're going from 3 to -3. And that is the edge of the map. But that's besides the point. 3 is getting done, and then the 2 needs to get done. That means next minus. But alright, 2 is getting done, 1 is getting done, 0 is getting done. Because 3 things are getting done. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Maybe not. 0 is not getting done. 0 is just sitting there. Good, but what if we go further now? From -3 to 0. We also need to go 3 times, but now it's going to be a 0, And then it's also gonna be negative 3 times. So far so good. And then we're back at 0 again. But yeah. The thing is, this was all very symmetric. We're going from 0 to -3. And we're going from -3 to 0. Incidentally, this is extremely symmetric. What if we go from -2 to +1, 2, 3, huh? To +2, that would be 4 times then. What? Oh no, is it not absolute? But we tried this so many times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How's this not working now? Oh, this is not working now. This is not working now. Because there is no 0 here in between. We have to abandon this as well. The solution. We have to abandon the solution as well. Math absolute. Again, it's probably easier to simulate the host moving. We can call this here. We call the infinity with the next coordinates. Just do a recursive call until we're done. Let's delete everything. Start anew. 1 hour 30 minutes. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's just like that. 1 hour 30 minutes, nothing accomplished. But did we really accomplish nothing? Because now we know that here, because what is the mistake here? What are we missing? This one's wrong? Yeah. Good. Let's see if we're still... No. Name next does not exist. Good. Recursive code. We're gonna call this function again. If we teleport. We have to find out if we're not next to. Oh, this is. Oh, I don't want to do pathfinding. Because there are several ways to reach over here. And we can go this way, we can go that way, we can go zigzag. There's gotta be a solution. So we're running into here. The script fires once. Let's fly. Let's fly over into a different tile. And then the script will fire once and already break. I think we touched two colliders at the same time. Could have been. If we touch just one collider, then that's alright. And I think two scripts fired. Two functions here. Two if statements fired. But now we're broken, of course. Because we don't know where we are. Good question, and I do need that teleport code. A game where you cannot move proper, or you spawn somewhere else. This is just going to be a lot of sitting here and contemplating about it. Can we not just move through? Move through the dictionary, maybe. But how do we know which tiles? Alright, we know the new coordinates. Let's visualize again. So we do know the new coordinates here. How does this help? Then we iterate through everything. No. Need to go from top to bottom and from right to left. So if they fire host time new coordinates. Wait a minute. What if the character is not in the host tile? Would that not be a good workaround? Because the character is not in the host tile. That's just not... that is just not. Alright, we go over there. And then the new host tile is there. New coordinates. The coordinates are the new coordinates. Yes. And the host tile is now there, but it's not in the middle anymore. And it needs to be in the middle. What if this code here would define the host tile? Would that not be better? Alright, this has taken something and moving it in a direction. Towards the new coordinates is the thing. Which is good. But it does not tell us where we went. Because if it would do that, we could move the host tile over every time. I think that's actually needed. And then when we move, we have a sort of pathing. Because this is just going to trigger. And the new coordinates are always going to be like bringing the information where we're going, where we have to go with the tiles. So what we're going to do is, in these, we find out what the next tile over is. And that is going to be the host tile. That's 3 more lines here. Plus 4 more lines for finding out. Optimistic. Right. We're iterating through all tiles. That's cool. But the host tile is in a new vector too, which we don't know yet. There's gotta be variables. Also, is the dog visible? Yeah. Good, we have to find out these coordinates. How do we do that? We're moving this over, but who cares? That is not important. Important is the next step. We have to we have to find out what tile we're moving towards. Oh man, this is the same as before. No. We're coming in from the left, from the right. This is already determined. We already have it determined. We just need to write down the coordinates. This is all. Like host tile. This is the X, right? We're coming in from the left. Like the host tile is now this is definitely here, the host tile Y. Good. And this is the host tile X. Yeah, and then is the problem. Since we're coming in from the left, it should be just +1. Except it is not, because there are fringe cases. Luckily, there are not many fringe cases. So, all we have to check for is this here, right? Good. If this here, that is the French case. Then the hostile is hostile x, but this here would then be minus x. Coming in from the left, yeah. Left, we're going to the right. The French case is +3 going to -3. Good. So -3 is then the x. So it's minus x tiles. Good. Should be easy peasy. Let's save it. No, we need one more line. Else hostile equals new vector 2 hostile x +1. Good. If hostile x equals to x, that is the French case. Oh no. No. Because the new coordinates can be anything. But if the hostile x equals, where we're coming from on the left, equals the x tiles, right? That's already reason enough, when we're coming in from the left, to move the hostile over to the right one tile. Good. Surely. Iterate. Wait, what? This stops here. This stops there. Good. So when we're done iterating through all the thingies, we're moving the hostile. And this is coming in from the left. Means we're going to the right. We don't need. Let's teleport 2 spaces to the right. And then just move around. Oh, wait a minute. If we don't, then just move around. Works only to the right? We're gonna see. So what do we test now? Because so we're teleporting here. That worked before, but this also works now. Oh, and then we're broken again because we haven't done the other thingies. That moves. No, this will work. Why is this +1 here? Is this a mistake? Definitely. Good. Yeah. Hostile equals hostile x whoop, then whoop, and otherwise we're just adding in 1, and then the math will be correct. Only if we're coming in from the left. Good. So we haven't tested this. But let's write it everywhere, because we're very confident in this code. And I dare this code not work. Oh man. Good hostile, what is this? Same difference, but only now negative. And then we're positive. And if the host tile then we're negative. Let's think through this again. Coming in from the right. Let's pretend up is right. And just tilt the head a little bit. So +2 teleports to -2. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We'll just move one. This will just move one for sure. Good. If we come in here, we have to deduct. And there we have to do the most positive thing. Whoop. There's the 3. SDX. X tiles. Good. And now we're going to do the same thing for the epsilon axis, the y-axis. Good. If host var y is positive, then we're plus, and we go negative. Surely this is so correct. And have the y everywhere. Yeah, this can't be right. That would be too much of nice. Here is this. Oh, there you go. Already we found a wrong letter. Good, y. And here we go negative again. And there we go positive. So that should move the host tile. And we can look at the, oh, what the heck now? 9 y-files is not y-tiles. 181 y-tiles does not exist. What? Why not? X tiles does exist. This must be... Oh, Z tiles. Oh, man. Z tiles. Z tiles, Z tiles, Z tiles, and Z tiles. Dee-da-lum. Good. And if we look at this script, we cannot see the host tile because it's hidden in the inspector. Anyway, let's just go here. And again, we're messed up. Because it does not put the host tile where it's supposed to go. Could also visualize the host tile. End of infinity. Start of infinity. Host tile. Material. Do we have material here? Yes. Material. But does it not have one? Mesh renderer. Material. No, let's give it a new material. Who cares? No. Material color. Get component material color. Good. World grid. Oops. Host tile. Get component mesh material color equals color blue. Make it teal. Make it cyan. Alright. And then when we're done, end of Trinity, color gray again. Don't know if this works. Good. Let's see where the host tile moves. Nowhere. Huh! The host tile does not move over. That's not good. This is what happens now here. The host tile does not move over. This means here we're gonna be broken. Now we have several host tiles. What? Oh no. Good. Tile features. So we're just bringing in the new coordinates. Good. So this is then wrong. Oh, what if we... No, that does not matter. Should not. Good. If we teleport over to far away, then it should just run this code once and move the host tile, the middle tile, over. Just whatever we're doing here. Oh wait, this is every time and then whoop. Good. Host tile y equals host tile equals z tiles and host tile y. So at the start we have a 0, 0. Good. If we're coming from the top and going down, then the new host tile is... This is not firing, but this is firing default. Should have done this the other way around because this is the default. We should have said not negative because this is the exception. If it's minus z tiles. And here else the exception fires, but whatever. Good, new vector host tile. Minus... Why is this not working? That's weird. Maybe it's only not working left right because we made a mistake there. Let's go from top to bottom. Oh, this is completely wrong now. Huh? And where is the host tile? It's just weird. Yeah, we have a huge mistake here somewhere. Da-da-da. But this fires all the time, hopefully. Let's play a game object. Good. Also, we don't need to look into this anymore. This is just for funsies. How can this break by just moving the host tile? Because this needs to go in the end, so it does matter. Remember earlier when I didn't explain what doesn't matter? This does matter. We have to give this a vector. And when we're done with the iteration, in the end, the vector is gonna go and be the new host tile. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da. Good. So we have a vector 2. And the name of that vector 2 is wandering is pathing host tile. Pathing host tile. Good. I really hope this works. And it is also equal. What? Vector 2. The name is pathing host tile and is equal to the host tile. Good. And then we go here. Up and plus. And whoop and plus. Good. That way we're not messing up our math up here. Whoop. And the thing is with the vectors, they if you add them up together, that works nicely. I don't know. Vector math is great, is what I'm trying to say. Question is our math here correct? Vector math or otherwise? Good. So when we're done over here, making the good old host tile gray, host tile. Also, where's the color then? Making the host tile gray, and then there's a new host tile. In the end. In the end of infinity. Host tile equals pathing host tile. End of infinity. No idea. So let's see if if we can just run around without teleporting, if that code will break anything that is already functional. And we already see it's breaking it because that's not the hostile there. That is not the hostile. Keynote found. 279. Hostile. Pathing hostile. If it's just the vector math that is wrong, no big deal. But it wasn't, right? There was also here a problem. So it's moving the hostile. Yeah. Hostile equal. Let's see if the little code there breaks something or not. The hostile is the new coordinates, of course. And I'm gonna see. Just want to know, because I can live with the code structure. If we fix the math, everything is fine. Good. Our wonderful world is still as is. We can walk the maze, so we can jump over here. Whee! No problem. The only thing we cannot do is jump over too many colliders. Because we can do this exactly once if we don't land on the border. Yep. That was good, but now it's gonna break. Okay. So the idea is almost good. If the vector math was correct. Maybe multiply? Multiply and normalize. No. That's too much. Is that even here times equal? Is that even a thing? I don't think it's a thing. We're just experimenting now because we're so bad at math. Wait a minute. We did not replace everything. Just noticing. Maybe our math is correct. That would be really nice. It's probably not. Alright, can we just move over and it works? That works. And now it jumped over 2 shells. Huh? Why did it jump over 2 tiles? I realize there's a plus and there's a pathing variable, but that should reset. To the host tile. Every time we run this. Oh, come on. That was so close to working. Down is completely wrong. Left is going left. Right is broken. That's a math problem again. That's why you should be a math genius when you're a coder. This is the same issue now again. We go right twice and it jumps twice. We go down and nothing works at all. down behaves completely different from the x-axis movement. Upwards? Yeah, it's kind of the same. Right, let's see. We're over 2 hours. We cannot solve this. Infinity, new coordinates, pathing host is hostile. And the math is wrong. The math only works when we have... Yeah, come on. This is... It's clear. It's clear as day. That is just wrong. Good. But why is this now not working? Let's find out real quick. Because before we had forgotten something and maybe this was correct. This is so desperate and embarrassing. Alright, left is working, left is working, left is working. Right is working, right is working. That means upward work? No, that is just up and down. Good, but if left right is working, then we just have to think through this here again, because we were not paying attention when we copied and pasted. Good, left and right is going good, but coming in from bot is wrong. So what did we do here? If the host tile is the Z tiles, hey, we could, since we're going the other way around now. If we don't have the exception, and that's gonna, if anybody want to read this code without getting it explained, then yeah. And even if explained, this is gonna bum them out. If the host tile Y is not equal to Z, wait a minute. Oh, I thought we found it, but we did not. Good, if the host tile Y is not equal to the Z tiles, but I bet you that's the mistake up here. No, also not. Good. Not equal to the Z tiles. So this is the standard. We're just coming in from bot. And we must increase the number. Of course. Of course. Host tile 1 plus 1. We're in the wrong herpaderp here. And this is the X, isn't it? Coming in from bot? No, it's not the X. And this then would be Z tiles. And possibly negative Z tiles like it is there. Alright, we know what the problem is, and let's not... Oops. What did we change now? Pom, and we're good. So we're coming in from bottom, we're going upstairs. This must go over here. And that must go over here. Wait, what? Is this correct even? Host Y, host Y. This must be XY, man. What are we doing? X. Good. And then +1. But this will maybe not work for teleporting, so you have to keep a lookout there. So this is X and this is -1. And these Z tiles, gonna move over here. Good. Surely this is correct. And then we can have a little bit of a lunch. How about that? Because everything is working nicely now. Good. Host tile is moving. Let's break it real quick so that we know what we're gonna do next time. Just gonna jump and teleport, say, over here. Whoosh. Alright. And now, if we move to the left, yeah, it's moving to the left, but something else is happening that should not be happening at all. And now we're back in and everything is fine. Yep. Gonna have to keep a lookout next time for the teleportation code. Maybe we can figure this out, making use of this. But maybe we have to find a complete different workaround, and then everything we did today was kind of But yeah, thank you for watching. And I'm gonna see you next time when it's time again for more coding here, the C#. Until then, have a good day and a good night.